WWE in 2004 was a different landscape. Superstars like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock were leaving or left WWE, and the company started looking for new mega faces and heels. On Raw, they were the likes of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, Chris Benoit, and up and coming stars, while SmackDown had the likes of The Undertaker, JBL, Eddie Guerrero, and John Cena. On the Blue brand, WWE wanted to create the next big heel. Now, in the past, WWE had created foreign heels or sympathizers with perceived villainous countries. In the 80s and 90s, for example, you had the Iron Sheik, General Adnan, and Sergeant Slaughter. But the 80s and 90s were very different from the 2000s, especially because of the 9/11 attacks. WWE wanted to create a similar character who would be seen as a mega villain in WWE, but someone who blurred the line between kayfabe and reality. This led to the creation of the character of Muhammad Hassan, a wrestler of Jordanian Palestinian descent who was tired of the prejudice against Muslims. His promos about Arab Americans being demonized by the media struck a chord with the masses, as there was some truth to it.
But since 9/11, you people tend to generalize or stereotype people like me.
The American fans hated him for berating the country, and soon after making his main roster debut, he became one of the biggest villains in WWE. To prove this fact, Hassan, while making his first ever Royal Rumble debut, was eliminated by everyone in the ring. Both good and bad guys put their rivalries aside to jump him and throw him out of the ring. The company struck gold with Hassan, and he went on an undefeated streak while beating superstars like Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho. WWE also protected Hassan by letting his manager Daivari take the pinfalls, with Hassan coming very close to winning the WWE Intercontinental Championship. According to rumors and reports, WWE management was very high on Hassan, and he soon entered into a program with the then World Heavyweight Champion Batista and then John Cena. Muhammad Hassan was drafted to SmackDown, and he was put into a program with The Undertaker. Now, getting into a program with the legendary Phenom meant big things for any new superstar, just as John Cena. And Hassan's meteoric rise in WWE was seen as a sign of a world championship run in the near future. But this is where everything went downhill for the superstar. On July 4th, 2005, Muhammad Hassan was involved in one of the most controversial segments in WWE history. Hassan was scheduled to have a match with The Undertaker at the next pay-per-view, which was the Great American Bash, while his manager Daivari was set to face The Undertaker on SmackDown the week before. After the match, Hassan appeared and started to pray on the entrance ramp. 5 masked men then beat and choked The Undertaker in the ring and carried his lifeless body away. While this was controversial in itself, this wasn't the main reason why Hassan's fate was decided. While SmackDown was taped on the 4th, it was to be aired 3 days later on the 7th. However, on the 7th, the ghastly and unfortunate London bombings took place, and WWE aired the unedited version of the episode in United States and Canada with multiple advisory warnings. This segment was removed from the episodes shown in Europe and Australia, but the backlash was already on its way. Various publications in the United States chastised WWE for the character, and as a result, WWE and the network decided to keep Hassan off the air until the Great American Bash pay-per-view. To little surprise, The Undertaker destroyed Hassan at the Great American Bash, giving him the last ride through the ramp and on the concrete floor. This would be the last time anyone would see Muhammad Hassan on WWE TV, and within 1 year, he went from being the most promising WWE superstar in the company to being cancelled. WWE released Hassan just 2 months later, and he retired from professional wrestling. While Hassan returned to the ring after 13 long years, he immediately retired again, stating he was completely focusing on his job as the principal of Fulton Junior High School.